snapper, one of Victoria's most iconic species. Actively targeted by many, they present as a big challenge for many anglers, including ones who constantly pursue them. Today I'm going to go through my basic method of targeting these fish and watch as this method comes to life.
Oh, that's a good one.
And here we are out here on the kayak now at the top end of Western Port, and we are making our way to the entrance of a really small feeder channel. So that's where I think I'm going to target today, and hopefully where we're going to find some snapper. So we'll just make our way there now, and then we're going to have a look on our sounder and try find some of those key features which we look for. Okay, we've made our way to the entrance of this little channel. Now this is the area where we're going to have a look. So we're in 3 meters at the moment, and what we're going to look for is that drop off. So where it drops off to a little bit deeper water, that's where we're going to sit and try and target some snapper. And there it goes there. You can see it's slowly starting to drop off. So it's dropped down to 3.5, and it should get down to around 4.5, 5. So that's going to be absolutely perfect. What we're pretty much doing is picking like a little highway where we think the fish might be running. So we're going to have some baits in about 3 meters of water, and hopefully some baits in about 4.5. So we're just going to be covering that slope, having baits in different depths, and that should give us every chance. So we found a really nice area in about 4.5 meters of water. So what I'm going to do now is pedal upstream and try and position myself right on the edge of that slope. See how close that gets us to the edge. So we're sitting in about 4 meters. That'll be fine because we've got an incoming tide at the moment, so it's only going to get deeper from here on out. Okay, I'm pretty happy with where we are here. Now what we've got to do is rig up our snapper combos with some baits. So we've got the freshest of the fresh today with us, because obviously that gives us the best shot to catch some fish. So with us today we've got fresh squid. So as you can see right here, little fresh squid heads, end of the squid tube, and we also have some really fresh trevally. Actually caught this only a couple of days ago, so what I've done with that is cut it into really nice bite-sized strips. So very simple baits and very effective baits, because obviously fresh is best, and that's what we've got with us today. Now our hook of choice is actually going to be a 7/0 reedy circle hook. So all we do with that is pin the bait through the top. So with the trevally, we just go through the top, out the skin, and that's all. Very simple bait, but very effective for big snapper and also big gummy sharks as well. So that's going to be our first one. We'll just chuck that out the back. The second bait we're going to get out is the end of the squid tube. So once again, we're just going to pin that circle hook through the very top. So we have a lot of hook exposure, so that circle hook sets in the corner of the jaw. Fresh squid bait, one of my favorites of all time. And we'll get that one in the shallow water. And the third and final bait is going to be a miniature squid head. Probably the best snapper bait you could ever have out. Very fresh calamari head. So we'll get this one out into the deeper water. Well, now we've got our full spread out. So we just cast one bait to the left in the shallows, one bait directly behind us, and one to the right. So from here on out, it's pretty much a waiting game. We just got to wait for some life to come through. We'll probably catch some gummy sharks, stingrays, a whole lot of bycatch. Snapper take a lot of persistence, a lot of patience in Western Port, so that's what we're willing to do today. So when a snapper is mouthing and playing with a bait, don't strike too early. It's probably one of the worst things you can do. You can spook that fish off before it's even had a chance to engulf it. So what I like to do is pretty much wait until the fish hook themselves. I'll leave the rods in the holders. If it fully buckles over, I'll grab it and wind into it. But most of the time, the majority of my fish come after the fish has already taken drag in the holder. So that's what I like to wait for with snapper, and hopefully very soon we can show you a live demonstration. It's a gummy. I've got a fish. I think a little gummy. First bite of the day. We've just anchored in a spot where we think we can target snapper, and pretty sure we've got a little gummy shark here. These are a very common bycatch when chasing snapper, especially up the top end of Western Port. You get millions of gummy sharks and other small pup sharks. It seems to just be a breeding ground. Come here, buddy. Come to Nevi. He's only a puppy. He wouldn't be legal, but that's a fine example of a little gummy shark. Good signs. See you, bud. It's another primo bait we're going to get out. Half of a fresh squid head, so cast that one in the shallows. Oh, that's gonna go. Got a really good bite going on here. There we go. It's a good fish. Don't know what that is, but that grabbed the deep rod. A few good head shakes, but it could be a good gummy shark. Oh, definitely some good head shakes. Very heavy. This might be a big shark. Well, that's the second hookup of the morning, and we've only been fishing for, only been fishing for 10 minutes maybe. We only just got out here, picked our times, and that could be a snapper. Very well, that is. That's a snapper. We've got our target species, I think. That feels like a good fish. Yeah, if I had to pick what this is, I would call it for a snapper. And we've been fishing for about 10 minutes. We've got the first light, sunrise is about to happen now, and it is a phenomenal bite window like what we talked about. This was on the fresh squid, which we just threw out there. And if this is a snapper, it's gonna be a big fish. It's gonna be a big fish. Wow. All the fight has been in the last few meters, which typically means it's going to be a very good fish. I cannot believe we are already hooked up to a snapper. We've been out here for 10 minutes, but we put in a massive effort. We've came out here at the perfect time. We are midway through the run out tide, which is a perfect bite window, and this is going to be a huge fish if we can get him in. Feels so heavy. Oh yeah. That is a huge snapper. Wow, that thing's a monster. Oh my God, that is an absolute giant. Yes! Yes! We've been out here for like no time at all. Oh, that's a brute. Oh, look at that. There's no question about what that is. That thing is a donkey. He's got a real nice head on him too, this fish. That is a donkey, and he's weighing on me. That thing's huge. Let's get some fresh baits out. It's a giant fish. Definitely not how I wanted the fight to end with this fish. It's actually swallowed the hooks down really deep, so unfortunately we're gonna have to keep it. So it's very unfortunate, but obviously beautiful tasting fish. None of it will go to waste, and it's a beast. It's an absolute beast. Man, I hate that. I'm so sorry, mate. Gonna get a little bit of a different bait out now, a fresh trevally strip. So this is actually a trevally I caught a couple of days ago. Ultra fresh blood bait. So what we're gonna do is have some squid and some fresh trevally. So we're gonna be covering the blood baits and the squid baits. Yeah, I mean, any fresh baits to go. My rod's gonna buckle again.
Good.
Oh, I got a snapper on. That's a snapper for sure. Just had a camera turn off. It's only a pinky, I think, but that's another snapper. And we've got another one in the holder. Not sure what that is. Could be an eagle. See that one there? There we go. That one's on too. Let's see what this one is. This could be a snapper too, I think. He's going up current. This was on the squid head. Is that him there? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, that's another snapper. Oh man, we have chose the right area this morning. We've got a pinky on that rod, and we've actually got a big snapper on the other one. This is 100% a snapper. 100%. This is a good fish too. Another good fish. He might be gut hooked. All of them are putting up fights within the last few meters. How crazy is this? We've got the 84 centimeter one on the deck. Just caught a pinky, just sitting in the holder, and now we've got another beast on. This is going to be another giant fish. It's going to be another snapper. Yep, sure is. Oh, that's another quality fish. I think he swallowed the hooks. There we go. Another snapper. Oh my goodness. What a session. We'll quickly get that pinky off. Get another bait back out, but that's another snapper.
This is Little Pig.
Oh, the other one's on. Triple hook up. Yeah, that's another one. This is nuts. Oh, what is going on? We'll just make sure those hooks are in. That's another snapper for sure. This is insane. We are on yet again. Triple hook up. Hopefully this one didn't swallow hooks. Man, this is absolutely insane. We've got yet another snapper on. Just had a pinky, and now we've got a triple hookup on really quality snapper. Obviously that first one was fairly small, but these two, oh no, they're gonna cross. Okay, we gotta flip the bail on little Jimmy. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, what is going on? It's a very busy net. Oh, that was such carnage. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Well, this is the first initial pinky which took one of the baits, which is still a really nice quality fish. As you guys just saw, chaos followed, and we've got 2 more snapper sitting in the net. So we're gonna let this little guy go. See you, mate. Goodbye. All right, let's get a look at this second one which we caught. Call this one George. First one was Pepper. This is George, and he's a much better fish. He just doesn't look as big compared to that first giant we caught, but he's still probably 60 odd, oh no, probably 70 odd centimeters. So really nice fish, and lucky for him, he's gonna swim off. Gonna send him off. See you, mate. There he goes. Well, those hooks are absolutely gone. Really wanted to release him, but what a beautiful fish. This is the second of the triple hookup which we just had, and it's an absolute cracker. He would probably be 70 plus centimeters. I'll give him a measurement later on, but what a beautiful fish. Unfortunately, he swallowed the hook, so he's going to be food, but that is another snapper. It's working. We did all the preparation to catch these fish this morning. We picked a really good tide, early morning, fresh baits, really good area, and obviously it's paid off. Yet another beautiful fish. So oi, that one's on. What's that? That's another pinky, I think. Don't think he's going to be a giant, but that'll be another little snapper for sure. This has been an insane morning. We've just picked the perfect line. There's actually not a lot of life other than these snapper. Like, we've caught one little gummy and one stingray, but it's just been all snapper action. It's been nuts. Not a giant, but probably 40 to 45 centimeters. So a nice eating size fish if you were going to eat them, but quite obviously we've got our fair share. Oh, that's a snapper. Yep, that's a snapper. Man, we were just putting the other ones in the esky because, oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. We were just putting the other ones in the esky to keep them cool. Obviously keep our catch as pristine as we can. And we've just hooked up to another. This is a snapper for sure. And this one feels really big. This fish is just cruising in at the moment. It's going to be an absolute brute. Big run at the start, and now just a lot of weight. Oh, this is a big one. Oh, wow, that's a giant. Got a big tangle with that line, but don't think it's going to interfere. Oh no, get in the net. Oh my God. That is another absolute beast. And that right there is a perfect example of why you use circle hooks, pinned right in the corner of the jaw. It's exactly where you want it. Oh, it's another one. That's another one. You're kidding. That's another snapper for sure. We've got another double hookup swimming at us. Oh, this is nuts. Man, what is today? Yet another snapper. Not as big as that last one we just got. He's only a small fish, but he hit that like an absolute train. Man, what an absolute blinder of a session we've been having. That is yet another from a double hookup we've had. Beautiful little pan-sized fish, probably 55 centimeters. We're gonna send him off. Send him off. See you, buddy. He's gonna go. There he goes. Look at that. That was the first one which just screamed off, and that is a 78 centimeter snapper. That thing is an absolute horse once again on the fresh trevally. So the fresh baits are once again proving to be very, very crucial in catching fish. That is another absolute cracker. How good is this? Don't know if you guys can see this, but we're just gonna spear her right over here. There she goes. Oh, that's a snapper, I gotta go.
Anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed or learned something, and I'll see you in the next video.
Let's send him on his way. See you, mate.